Hello, everyone, and welcome to my NFC playoffs wildcard round prediction. Woo! Eagles, Packers. Is the Packers going to pack it in? Because I shaved. You know why? Because I'm about to go to a funeral. Because I'm about to see the Packers die on Lincoln Financial Field, son. Let's go. 10-6 versus 10-6 at the Linc, Philadelphia, PA. Fox, baby. 4:30. Last game of the wild card weekend. Everybody saw beautiful things this weekend. You saw the Saints and the Seahawks. Seahawks beating the defending champions. Everybody saw the Jets beat the Colts yesterday by a field goal. Last seconds left. Everybody's making fun of the Seahawks, just like they're making fun of our defense. But what do you call a person that has the lowest GPA in medical school? A doctor. That's your playoff team, baby. So, a couple of things I want to talk about first. Before everything, before we kick this off, there's new overtime rules right now in the playoffs. New overtime rules. If you kick a field goal on first possession, the team gets another possession to try to score a field goal or a touchdown. If they score a touchdown, if anyone scores a touchdown in overtime, the game is over. If you score a field goal and then the other team gets the possession back and scores a field goal, after that it turns into sudden death. That's what I wanted to tell you guys, so you guys are clear. But you know what we are, the NFC East Division champs, and we got a home game right now. So, 27 is the magic number here. 27, because we are 9-0 when we score 27 or more points. Excuse me. 27 or more points in a game. The thing that all the talking heads, all the ESPN, apologists are talking that the Eagles defense is the most horrible defense ever. No. They are the worst defense in the red zone since 1988. Since the Houston Oilers were the team that had that stat before. But things we have to watch out for. Aaron Rodgers likes to run smoke routes. If you notice Aaron Rodgers, he signals to wide receiver by a little foot action. It's hard to catch what he does, but he loves his smoke routes. Smoke routes are when his feet moves and he does like his foot thing, and then they already have it matched up to where he's going to go, the receiver. So that he kind of throws the ball without the receiver looking, and the receiver puts his hands up. Boom, ball's right there. Aaron Rodgers is an archer, like the Sagittarius of the sky when stars align. He's a beautiful passer. He knows what he's doing, but he's a bad road quarterback. The thing about Aaron Rodgers is that he has thrown over 70% completion rating in every but one game this season. So, putting that into perspective is that one game this season he threw under 70%, and it was against the Jets. And they won 9-0, but he did not score a touchdown for nothing. So, as a starter in the on the road, he's 10-13. He had a 59.7 percentage completion on that game. X factors. There's two X factors in this game for the Eagles to win. The X factor on offense is LaShawn McCoy. LaShawn McCoy is an awesome run. He broke 1,000 this year. He's the first running back since 2007, since Brian Westbrook, to break 1,000 in an Eagles uniform. X factor on defense, Trent Cole. Trent Cole hasn't. He's been a little off lately, but we look at Trent Cole as a big, just pass rusher. In the 15 games that he's played, he has 10 sacks. But in the past 5 weeks, he's only had 1 sack. So it's not, he needs to pick it up. He has a motor. I don't know if his motor ran out. I don't know if he's stolen right now, but he needs to pick it up right now. Another thing, the Eagles need to take an early lead. When the Eagles take an early lead, the percentage of them winning is a lot higher. Another thing, too, Deshaun Jackson needs to get involved early. He's got 1 touchdown in the last 6 games, and that was a punt return. If he wants a big contract, he needs to become a big-time playoff receiver. Regular season, you can be awesome in regular season, but when it really counts is when you're aiming for that Vince Lombardi trophy. And what other team to beat with the Vince Lombardi Green Bay Packers? Historical meeting. The last historical meeting for the Eagles and Packers, if you're a true Eagles fan, you would know. It's the 1960 NFL Championship. The last time we won a championship 50 years ago. It was the 50th anniversary of the first game. That's why we wore their jerseys in the first game of the season. We won 17-13. That was our last NFL championship. But the Eagles have beat the Packers in the postseason victory. Everybody remembers that one game, 4th for 26, Freddie Mitchell. And when Brett Favre threw that horrendous interception to Brian Dawkins and David Akers, ended it. This is the first home playoff game for the Eagles since 2006. And I couldn't believe that stat. I was like, what? So that's big. That's really big since the 2006 season. Another thing, too, is we need our defense has been disrespected all week. And I expect now for them to get disrespected so much that they're going to play a big game. They're going to come and try to put Aaron Rodgers on his ass. And things to watch. Vick and the blitz. Vick hasn't been reading the blitz too well lately. Don Capers is a defensive cornerback. He's defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. Don Capers has sent 5 or more rushers against the Packers last week. 47% of Jay Cutler's dropbacks were 5 blitzers or more. So that puts pressure on the quarterback. Vick has been sacked 19 times when he's dropped back in a shotgun position. Only one other quarterback has been dropped more than him in a shotgun position as Jay Cutler. Eagles are 8-1 when they win a turnover battle. But they have only won 1 turnover battle in the last 6 games and have 16 turnovers in the last. They have called 16 turnovers in the last 7 games, but they had 23 INTs this season, but only 4 INTs in the last 6 games. So what's happening here? You see this trend? We are not playing that good of football right now. In the past couple of weeks, but we still won games and we still are the NFC East Division champions. So that gives us the home playoff game, and we have to use that to our advantage. Funny part about all this is that Vick has lost 2 playoff games as a starter, and they both were in Philadelphia. One was a divisional game, and the other one was an NFC Championship game. Everybody remember. That was the last playoff game he's played. He played last year, too, but the last one as a starter was an NFC Championship game against the Eagles when the Eagles won the Super Bowl against the Patriots and lost. But, hey, the first playoff game he ever started, though, was against the Green Bay Packers when he demolished them 27-7 in 2003. So, he's got history with the Green Bay Packers. The Hunter, Orion, as the stars say. The Hunter. Who do you think the Hunters are? The Green Bay Packers is Charles Woodson. For us, Asante Samuel. Charles Woodson only had 2 INTs. He was a defensive player of the year last year, and he still has it. He's 34 years old, but he's aged well. He's a great corner. Another thing, too. Pegasus, our winged horse, is Deshaun Jackson. Because he needs to break one off. Their big play guy is Greg Jennings. He has 12 touchdowns this year. He had over 1,200 yards. He's a great receiver. But things to watch, too, is Michael Vick versus Charles Woodson. I want to watch. A big thing is Winston Justice versus Clay Matthews. That's huge. Clay Matthews, I don't talk about that much, but you know him. He's a beast. That's all I have to say. He's like the wolf. He comes in and he will devour his prey. And his prey tonight is Michael Vick. So we need to block him. Deshaun Jackson versus Tremont Williams. Asante Samuel versus Aaron Rodgers. And Trent Cole versus Chad Clifton. These are big matchups all around. 4-1, Andy Reid's record in a wild card round. So, all that said is that this is divisional playoffs, everybody. Everybody get pumped. This is huge. See, look, I'm so pumped. I'm putting my game day jersey on now, son, because this is the way it is. We put our game day jersey on now because we're ready to play. Because that's just the way it is, son. We get ready to play. My prediction now is 30-24 Philadelphia. I'll see you next week against the Chicago Bears in Soldier Field, everybody. Let's go. I don't see us losing this game. I see us winning. Big. All right? Let's go. I bleed green. You bleed green. Let's go, Eagles Nation. Come together. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Woo!
Preston and Steve. Get your fix.
Go Eagles.
Podcast.